foothills of the mountains, and we were about to embark on a trek of a lifetime, me and my half. And it was 5 p.m. and as we left the hotel reception guy, a very friendly guy who organized the last minute passes and all for us, waves at us and says, "See you at 5 o'clock in the morning." I said, okay, it's 5 p.m. and it's about 6 to 8 kilometers of walk. Maybe it's some local humor. But the local guy knew what he was talking about, as I was about to learn. As we went to the foothills and grabbed a stout stick and started walking up, because there were a lot of monkeys, ferocious monkeys around. And of course, for the trek, you need a stick. So me and my wife started walking. Smart, handsome, tall, young boys came running to us and said, "Sir, hum log Patan hai. We are Patans. We have been supporting pilgrims for generations. We have lovely horses for 2,500 Indian rupees, which is what, 125 dirhams. We'll take you within an hour up this mountain." And they said it's 12 kilometers, not 6 or 7. So that was our first shock. Then he said, "We have lovely palkis or palanquins. 4 tough Patans will take you and your wife across for 3,500 rupees. So I told my wife, "See, I'm the one who has taken this oath to climb up, not you. Why don't you go in a palki or a palanquin or a horse?" She said, "No, old boy, I'm not leaving you here at this time, in this heat. We're doing this together." So we set off, dodging the monkeys, and there were quite a few of them around. The horses which were going past us, we had to dodge horses coming down, and when there are horses, there will be horse dung. And we had to avoid the dung because it was started drizzling, it was all over the place. Somehow we made it to 12 kilometers. And then we saw another road. The horses stopped there. The road is actually going by the mountainside, the cliffs. We couldn't see the end. Someone said, "Sorry, this is a new road. Actually, it's another 6-7 kilometers, so you have to do 18 kilometers in all." My God. I said, "Okay, we've come this far, let's do it." As we walked up those last 6 kilometers, my friends, we had already walked 12 kilometers in the June heat. It was the toughest ever of my life. Somehow we struggled. It was 5 hours of walking, 10 o'clock at night. We made it to the top. It's all flat. What do I see? Hundreds and thousands of people standing in the queue waiting to get in. We couldn't see the end of the queue. 5 hours, I just sank to my knees. Then I said, "Okay, God, I know I took this oath in 2020 and I'm coming after 2 years, but this is real torture." Like that Iron Man figure, thought harbored in my mind, "Okay, I can't do this. I'm going back. I'll come back another day." Then a strong hand grabs me. My wife lifts me up. She says, "No, we are not turning back. RK, we are doing this today." Where from she got that energy, the second wind, I don't know. Then I realized the truth. A voice came down as if it was from the mountains. Actually, it was in my head, I guess. "You fool, RK! You're coming in search of me, some elusive Devi in the mountains. Whereas I've given you your Devi, your goddess, your Lakshmi, your Mahalakshmi next to you for the past 3 decades. And I didn't know it. My Devi, my goddess, got hold of some of the tough security people in their battle grey, found out who's a Tamilian amongst them, tall, strapping lad, went to him and said, "We are like your parents. You got to help us out here. Look at this old boy, he's about to collapse. He's like your father." The guy took pity on us. He looked around. There were a bunch of youngsters. It was very hot and humid. They were in cut bunions and shorts. He got hold of the leader and said, "This is any way to be dressed. You're coming to a Devi, the temple. You know, according to the rules, I ought to throw you guys out. However, if you let this couple of people in front of you without anybody knowing, I'll let you guys go." Now, obviously, they couldn't argue with the security guy, and my wife managed to get us in. To cut a long story short, after several hours of standing, we had the darshan. And as we came down, probably 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning, there was 4 or 5 palkiwalas sleeping at the side. I rustled them up. They said, "Okay, there are only 4 of us here. We can take one of you down." for 5,000 Indian rupees, 250 dirhams. So I told my wife, and she was totally exhausted, completely tired, getting cramps. I said, Mana, you go down. I'll catch up with you, don't worry. She said, nothing, Vin, I'm not leaving you here at this time of the night. We are doing this together. And she held on, and both of us, we held tightly to each other, walked down. To cut a long story short, we made it down, and when we staggered back into the hotel, you guessed it, it was 5 o'clock in the morning. 12 hours we have been on our feet. And just leave you with a few thoughts, what I really realized during this journey. It's not the journey, it's not the destination. It's the company that you take in your journey on the way to your destination that really makes all the difference in your life. I've been very fortunate to have some great company here along this journey of Toastmasters. Secondly, today, please be thankful and think how rich you are. Your family is priceless, your time is gold, and your health is your wealth. And lastly, my dear friends, we don't know our limits until we try. I'll let you on to the best kept secret in this Toastmasters Club. I did this in June. Next month, October 11th, is my birthday. It's along with Big B's birthday. I'll be turning 60 years old. Now at 60, if I can do 18 kilometers on a hot June day, believe me, all the limitations that we have, I can't do this, you can't do that, are all in our mind. If you think you can, you definitely